Hello there, Zach at Feel Free to Argue. Just finishing up my breakfast. Got to make myself my favorite breakfast, scrambled eggs with corn and salsa in it. Might have put in too much salsa. Well, maybe I put in too much salsa if you could put in too much salsa, but you can't, which is good, because I'm getting close. What I wanted to talk about this morning is the debates, and why the debates suck, and what we can do to fix them, and a whole bunch of other stuff. You know, this is in part of my series of ideas that'll never be adopted that could fix things. For me, I think one of the most critical moments in terms of the Bush-Kerry debates, and I wonder if any of you guys remember this stuff, but there was this moment in one of the debates where Bush just totally talked over and broke the whole debate format. He ignored the moderator, who told him repeatedly that it was not his time, and just insisted on, breaking the rules of the debate and answering, and nobody did anything about it. And I thought this was really interesting in the sense that it really showed how the power in these things is completely wrong right now. I mean, we use the term public servants, but it's more like we're the servants and they're in charge. And I think we need to change the institutions we have so it becomes clear to them who's the master and who's the servant again. And I think I have an idea for kind of revamping the whole debate structure in order to do this. And I'm going to do a lot of things that as part of this that are going to seem really extreme, but I want you to think about like how it works as a whole and what the net effect would be. One of the things that I think is most damaging about our whole political process is this whole problem with money for ads and for advertising. See, I don't think advertising really does any good whatsoever. I think that it's a way of for the mainstream media to get a huge burst of cash, every 2 to 4 years. And that's basically all it is. I don't think it does anything really in terms of informing people in a substantive way. So what I would like to do is I would like to ban all political advertising. All of it. None whatsoever. Well, how do we get information about the candidates? Wait. I would say then, for every single office, from president down to dog catcher, that you have a debate structure. You have a series of debates. Now, one of the problems I view with our current system is that this is always negotiated between the candidates, whether or not we're going to have debates, how many debates we're going to have, etc. And because of the fact that this is always a negotiated settlement between the candidates, it always favors one candidate or the other. And, well, the first thing is, the candidates shouldn't be negotiating with one another about how much they're going to inform us. No. Wrong way to run this. We should be telling them how much they must inform us. That's the right way to have the power system work. So, we say for every single office in the country that there is a series of debates. And, presumably there are more debates, depending on how high the office is. So, you're running for president, you're committing yourself to like a 25 debate, gauntlet that you have to go through. Now, why will this work? Well, first of all, I'm not doing anything to affect candidates' personal appearances. They can go and make as many personal appearances as they want. And I think it'll be very telling where they choose to spend their time under this kind of system. Secondly, it's not restricting the internet or people's ability to pamphlet or, to go door to door. So this will once again thrust power down into the lower echelons of the party structures by forcing them to, really get, feet on the ground and activate their base in order to be successful. Other advantages, because you're taking away, any kind of negotiated aspect to the debates. I mean, there's no question anymore of the debates favoring, one side or the other. The system is the system, and the rules are the same for everyone. Now, we could tweak this thing in between elections, but I think it's very important to get all the tweaking done substantially before the elections take place, because that's what makes sure that, people don't perceive this as being a politicized thing. Now, I think the interesting thing about this is, and because you don't have any political advertising, this will force a lot of coverage by the media of the debates, because it's your only access to the candidates anymore. So I think a whole bunch of different things here kind of dovetail. But I think the most important thing about this is that it makes the power system the way it's supposed to be, with the politicians who are running for office not being in control. We're in control. We're telling them what to do. We're not allowing them to run these political ads, which can be very, very shadowy and vague with the truth. There's no kind of arguing in a vacuum. Whenever you're making your points now, you're going to be in a hostile environment where you're going to have to defend your position. And I think this is going to be very, very healthy, for the quality of, people that we get for these jobs, for these political jobs. So that's my idea. I, of course, don't have any hopes of, this ever making it into the mainstream, but I would just like to offer it as discussion, for my friends on YouTube, because I think there are a lot of elements about it that kind of counteract what I view as being very poisonous elements in our current political climate. As always, thanks for watching, everybody.